Welcome back to the Bell Ringers podcast, where we talk all things
Sports betting.
and sprinkle a little pop culture here and there. My name's Tyler Press.
And I'm Ryan McDonald. Please, as always, go subscribe at our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thebellringerspod. Subscribe, like our videos, like our shorts, tell your friends, tell them all. Tell people on the street, just normal thing. Follow us on social media at BellRingersPod on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Today we got Week 1 of the NFL recap, Week 2 preview. Some light marks at the MLB. There was something that happened in the NBA today that I forgot about, so maybe not going to get to that unless I remember. And I got one little thing about college football, but it's not really that big.
All right. Let's address the elephant in the room, Ryan. We went 0-8 last week.
Yeah, not
That
good.
was it.
The
Was
wheel got some wins. You got 2 wins.
Yeah,
We
so
went 2-2.
we do take credit for the wheel. That's our wheel. So
I clicked the button, so I take the most credit. I'm kidding.
all right.
it's a group
Fair.
effort.
Yeah, that's all right. I thought it was the podcast wheel.
No.
But yeah, it was a weird week 1. It was not trying to ease the blame on us. Obviously, trying to run a sports podcast and go 0-8, it's not a good look off the rip. But there was a lot of players that don't show up, teams that when they bench their whole starting lineup for preseason, you can tell there's a lot. It's a slow start for a lot of these teams. Week 1 is normally up in the air and is a question mark for a lot of teams, just because the only teams that really showed up heavily for Week 1 was the primetime Sunday night matchup, which was an absolute banger. But other than that, the Bengals didn't show up. The Eagles really didn't show up. They were Thursday, but the Texans, there's A.J. Brown didn't get a catch. Nico Collins got one. I'm trying to think Jamar Chase didn't get much.
Yeah, the Bengals offense as a whole looked weird.
Yeah, there was a lot of weird and question marks.
I'm gonna say, I think we might end up parading or taking a victory lap on some takes we had preseason later on this season. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Might have been wrong about one of them. Carolina Panthers, bad football team.
Yeah,
that was a bad one on me. Hand up. I'm taking that back.
Sorry, I was kind of
terrible team. The Jags didn't look good, and they somehow beat the Panthers. That was a bad one. Bryce Young not back.
I thought Dolphins were gonna have a bounce back year.
Yep,
it doesn't look like that's gonna happen either.
We both took Dolphins plus 1.5, and
Yeah.
they looked like garbage.
Yeah, it was a bad showing all around, like you said.
But some people, we do love when you comment. Some people maybe not got upset, but maybe
Green Bay take.
Went at us for the Green Bay take a little bit, and some I forget the person's name, but maybe said something along the lines of, "Are you going to switch up your take if Detroit wins on Sunday?"
I think it might have been a when Detroit wins on Sunday.
Either way, I commented back and I was like, "No, we're not going to change the take." Still, we believed in them before they got Micah Parsons, and maybe not necessarily that they're going to be better than Detroit, but once they did that, it kind of definitely flipped the script.
I think they're better than Detroit.
Yeah, and they won soundly on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I think we were kind of right on that.
It was kind of a slaughter, so Vegas was right. They are the favorite in the NFC North. That it was proven this week that yes, they are the better team against Detroit. It looks like losing your OC and your DC can.
Yeah, losing the OC affected them maybe a little bit. Maybe losing a Hall of Fame center doesn't help.
Yeah.
Only certain teams are built to be able to take, do that and win a Super Bowl.
That's true. The next year.
Yeah, only certain teams can do that. It's maybe just us.
But it's like I said, it was a crazy week. We hand up, obviously, if you're looking at us for sports takes, and if you're looking at us as haters and you faded both of us, congratulations on all the money you made. Because, like you said, we
would have been huge. Granted, we had two.
Not combined, but
but you could have combined it. That would have been insane.
But yeah, it was a bad week. We're hand up, apologizing. This was not a good showing for us, but I think we bounced back this week.
I think it looked too much into statistics, and I think I'm going to go a little more off the gut feeling this week.
Yeah.
Just, not going to say I don't care about the picks, but I care very much. But I think this week I'm going more off gut instinct and be like, this is what I feel for this team.
That's normally what I go with.
Well,
too.
This team percentage-wise does this.
This guy's good against left-handed quarterbacks.
Michael Penis is not going to throw the ball for 400 yards.
Like I said, I think we're on the right path. We can only go up from here, is the way I'm looking at it.
Quite literally, unless we continue to go 0-8.
Unless we stagnate at no wins.
I know at that point, it's just history.
Yeah, I don't like that the wheel got a good early lead on us now, too. So can't handle losing to the wheel.
It is. It's very. Obviously, probably statistical-wise, you're more likely to go 50-50 than anything. I just do find it funny that the wheel almost consistently goes 50-50.
Yeah, it was all last year and 2 into this year.
Yeah,
2 into this week so far. But like I said, we don't need to touch more on that. I think the funniest part was the pick that we shared was the most obvious wrong pick. Like Dolphins plus 1.5. We were both like, dude, this is the Dolphins bounce back year. Like, there's no way they lose to Daniel Jones and the Colts, and Daniel Jones proceeded to absolutely slaughter them.
And just knew immediately within the first quarter, it's like, this is not going to win.
He just drove down the field. I'm like, dude, who the hell is this at quarterback right now? Giants fans must be rolling in their seat watching Saquon win a Super
especially
Bowl.
after they watched Russell Wilson get destroyed.
Yeah, Saquon won a Super Bowl. Daniel Jones is now balling out in Indy, and Russell Wilson is looking like shit at your quarterback. So,
do you want to hit the rest of the NFL Week 1, or you want to do the outside the NFL look?
The outside NFL look?
Like MLB, college football?
No, I'll save that shit to the end. Let's do NFL. Right.
So, I mean, the one other thing, I guess, let's just start with Thursday with the Eagles-Cowboys.
Yeah.
So, Jalen Carter did spit on Dak. Dak spit first. I don't think it's any surprise that Dak's a spitter, not a swallower.
Yeah, and also no surprise either. It took ESPN and NFL about 3 hours for the Dak angle to come out.
Yep.
But so let's just slander Jalen Carter and make him feel like look like a piece of shit for the whole entire game, and then after the game be like, oh, actually, from this angle that we are just now getting, we can see that Dak Prescott spat in Jalen Carter's direction first. Didn't spit on him, but spit in his direction. Dak comes out saying, oh, like I spit on the ground like 100 times. Like that was clearly not intentional. When you watch the video, he spits at him, stares at him, smiles, and fucking nods his head. Like you're not a saint, dude. Like you knew what you were doing. And props out to you for pulling it off because you got our best guy kicked out, but you still lost.
What Jalen Carter did is by no means respectable and shouldn't have been done.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, he didn't hit a guy. It's not that bad.
Yeah, like that's what everyone was saying. Like, how many games are you going to be suspended for? Like, this is not a suspension-worthy offense. Like,
I think in the history of the NFL, there's no player that's been suspended for spitting on someone. Like, there's been like twice where someone got ejected for it.
Yeah.
There's been like a couple of times. Like, I'm pretty sure T.O. did it. T.O. did it, and nothing happened.
Yeah.
They're like, it's fine.
Well, that's what a lot of players say. Like, dude, it happens all the time on the field. You just don't always catch it.
Yeah.
And he did.
Well, that was one of the bad parts. That we just got done the kickoff, and someone's injured. All eyes are going to be. Well, maybe he thought the eyes were going to be on the injury, not him.
Yeah.
But there's like 14 cameras. Someone's going to catch it.
There was a ref right next to him.
Oh, well, yeah. I forgot the ref and the water boy were right there.
Yeah. Did you see someone saying like the water boy was ready to square up because like
more than the offensive line.
Went, like,
no one on the offensive line moved, which you got to protect your boy. I mean, maybe they're just scared of Jalen Carter. Like this guy would beat us up, so I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I mean that's what I said. If that was Jalen Hurts, that entire line is coming out the
gone.
dudes. Yeah, so.
He
Classic Dallas.
He got all he did was lose his game check, which I kind of thought that was going to happen, but I assumed he was going to get a fine on top of it. But he just lost, $53,000 or whatever his game check
57, I think. But yeah,
50. Yeah, he was 50 in the 50s somewhere. So there was one glaring weakness, I think, in the defense.
Second quarterback.
Yeah, Dory Jackson fucking sucks.
Yeah,
sorry for cussing, but he stinks.
He was rough. CD kind of pieced him apart.
Well, that and even Pickens. Like Pickens got by him a couple of times. I think he had to grab him on the one play where we got pass interference.
Yeah. Not a good start for Dory. I don't really know if there's a game plan for going forward, whether it's just keep at him and maybe he'll improve. It's a tough wide receiving duo to start to debut on, which I can understand. But also we did a lot of our we did a bet on our parlay kind of favoring Pickens because we thought it was going to be a Dory Jackson on Pickens the entire time, and they seem to have tried a mechanic of pulling a safety to help a Dory on CD, and then having Quinyon cover Pickens, or just they did a zone.
I think it's more just I think Fangio doesn't like to have someone move around follow, which I kind of hope he now does that with Quinyon. I think he just more says, hey, you have the left side, you have the right side.
I know, but
I hope we now just hey, we clearly need Quinyon to just follow the better guy.
Yeah, when the difference of CB1 and CB2 are that glaring, you need to have the one-on-one.
Unless the number one is in the slot, which I'm fine with Cooper DeJean covering him at that point.
Right, Cooper I'm fine with as well, but Dory, no.
Yeah, because that's one of my ways to fix is just have Quinyon move around. I think one WIP host brought up the idea of trading for Slay. He thinks Slay up in Pittsburgh is going to get. He thinks the cornerback room is going to get a little too crowded, a little too egoist, I guess, or like just too many egos in one room with I think they have Porter, Ramsey, and Slay now. I think he's like maybe they just move away from Slay and get rid of him. But at the same time, it's like we didn't want to pay him, so why would we? We still didn't have to pay him.
Yeah, it's.
I get that, like if it's that big of a weakness, you kind of maybe have to. You're like, all right, maybe we didn't think we needed this that bad, but we do. But I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope I'm faithful enough in Adoree Jackson that he can improve throughout the year,
Or I think that Jacorian Bennett kid from Las Vegas. Apparently, he's pretty good.
Yeah,
he didn't get out there too much, but maybe he could become something. Hopefully,
I would hope that they had a plan and they had a hope for somebody with the idea, with trading Slay away and not going out and getting somebody else. They had to have faith in either Adoree, and Adoree might have just not shown up for week one.
They released Ringo, so I don't know if that was really the
Ringo
plan.
got destroyed in the preseason, though.
Yeah. Well, no, I get that, but they made the decision before that, so maybe they thought they could develop him better.
Yeah.
Will Shipley's also out for a few weeks, I think, with broken ribs,
which leads us to a big trade we made. I think a 5th and a 6th pick for
Tank Bigsby from
Bigsby
Jaguars.
Yeah, who looks good. I was gonna say, I hated having ETN in my Dynasty League because of that motherfucker, and now he's no longer there. ETN's value skyrockets, and now we have a legit backup to Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, now I really wish I would have drafted ETN in my non-Dynasty League.
Yeah,
because I kind of need some running backs.
So yeah, I mean, my one team is Derrick Henry, and then it immediately goes Kenneth Walker and Isaiah Pacheco, who both did
gross.
So bad. Pacheco, I think, had 4 rushes in his game, and I was like, dude, what the hell is this shit? I thought for sure he'd be healthy and back.
Yeah. In our league together, I might hit you up at some point this season for a running back. I think I still got some confidence in my guys. But
I got a workhorse running back room in our league.
No, that's what I mean. And I have a workhorse wide receiver room, so I think maybe we can kind of find some middle ground there.
Yeah, might have some common ground.
But overall, I think the team looked pretty good. The offense looked okay. They didn't pass the ball down the field that much, which was a big. I mean, some people were just bagging on Hurts, but at the same time, it's like we won and we scored a decent amount of points.
So what I've been hearing is Dallas was running a shell defense just so we wouldn't have any big passes downfield, which led to both Dallas Goedert, Calcaterra getting a good amount of looks. I think Devontae had a couple, but the only big play we had was I think Jahan Dotson down the middle.
Yep, 30-yard touch.
Yeah. So
that was a great pass too.
It was a
great pass, great
dime.
catch.
You put the ball in your playmaker's hands, and only good things happen. A lot of people saying this is what led to some turmoil with AJ Brown last season, him not getting looked at.
But at the same time, he won a Super Bowl, so I think it's going to be a little different now.
Again, what Jalen Hurts is a guy that is doing whatever he is given. So if he doesn't care about him throwing for 60 yards in a game, he's not going to force a ball when he doesn't need to. You're going to play a deep defense and have a single linebacker shadowing me. I'm going to run a dude a slant across the middle and then just take it myself up. If you have to guard every aspect of the defense, and that's what I think is so good about our offense, is that you can't favor one thing or else we will we have the weapons. Hurts is willing to do absolutely anything. You want to take away Saquon out of the game, fine. Then Hurts will throw it all over you, and A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, all of them will eat. You want to cover the deep ball, then Saquon didn't have a great game, but the combination of Saquon and Jalen, and you're playing a deep defense, is not going to work.
Yeah, and one of the things that Jalen has on his side with that is going to AJ, hey, I know you're upset that you're not getting the ball enough. It's but did you see all the shit people were talking to me over the summer that I'm not a good quarterback because I don't throw for that many yards?
Yeah.
You think anyone that should be upset that maybe we're running the ball too much here and there or whatever should be me. But I don't give a fuck because we're winning.
I didn't hear you get dogged once in this offseason. If anyone's getting destroyed for the run offense that we have, it's me. So, yeah, I know. That's a great point. There's no reason for if anyone's upset about the play calling that we have, it's Jalen, and he doesn't give a shit because we're winning.
Yeah, and with that, I think he had 4 incompletions. 3 were thrown out of bounds, just get the ball out of the way.
I thought 3 drops and 1 was a throwaway.
3 were throwaways, 1 was a drop.
Okay.
At least that's what I saw on Twitter.
Either way,
but it's the same thing. But his true
no missed throws.
Yeah, his accuracy percentage was 100%.
It's beautiful. I was gonna say, I think that was as perfect of a game for Jalen Hurts as you can ask for, because if the guys aren't open, the guys aren't open. You can't force it. He didn't have there was no interceptions, right? No turnovers. So what more can you ask from your quarterback? Like you said, ball's not there. He had, what, like 60-plus rushing yards?
Yeah, it was a lot.
That was a great pick. 40, easy money
yeah.
there.
Dak's best play of the game, tackling. Was it Quinion that picked up the fumble?
Yes.
Yeah, his best play of the game was saving that touchdown.
Yeah, because
he was a short touchdown. If
yeah,
he
it would have been
do
like
that.
a 97-yarder too. Like,
Yeah, it was a long one. Right after maybe a bad call. Well, not like I get like why they call that on Reed. It hit to Ferguson or whoever that.
it was just such a big hit.
Yeah, but like it's like the tight end was like he dropped to the ground to try and catch the ball, and like Reed was already basically in the air. It's like he can't. There's nowhere else for him to go.
And
he
not
kind
only
of
that,
tried to hold up, but he just couldn't.
And it wasn't like he caught it and was like coming down with it where you could be like it was almost a touchdown already. The dude was like didn't even have control of the ball. So like and Reed like
What do you mean? He was
that
trying to
ball
get
is-
control of it.
You had like he had every chance that if he hits him at this moment, that ball can come loose and it's not gonna be a catch. And there was no other angle to hit him at
Yeah.
besides like going down and like he couldn't have gone down any lower without hitting the ground.
Well, that's what, it's so like that's kind of one of my annoyances is like I get if someone like if someone's jumping in the air for the ball
And you jump up even higher to hit him ahead?
yeah, like that's understandable. Like you said, the only way for him to hit him really is to just drive his head straight into like the ground.
Yeah.
it's like and that's not safe either.
Yeah. It was like an unguardable like at that moment Reed had no possible chance of guarding that. The only thing he could have done was literally just go in hand first and try to punch the ball out. But like what are you like
But even
that,
still, you're going. He's like his only.
like yeah, you
still
don't
going at
punch
his
the
head.
guy when he's catching the ball. Like what the hell? Like, this,
frick?
this dude wasn't even going for the tackle. He just punched him. Like you can't win as a defender in that situation.
There was someone in a game this week that had a glorious punch.
Well, I mean, it was the Dallas dude just left hooked our Jalix Hunt on a pass rush. Did you see that?
Oh no, I know. I meant like someone just like straight at like a rookie, just like straight punched the ball out of the person's like hands. I forget
really?
who it was. But it was but I did see that. Yeah, because there was Nick Dallas. This is he was complaining a lot, saying that the NFL hates the Cowboys.
Oh, and the Eagles were getting all the calls that game. Yeah,
Yep.
I remember that.
He thinks there's people out to get the Cowboys and all Dallas teams. I was like, I don't think that's true at all. You're called America's team.
Mm-hmm.
You probably have the most fans in the country.
Yep.
You are the most like you're
Talked
probably
about
the most
team.
expensive franchise.
Yeah.
You're always weed and boys. It's our year. You guys are not like you might be hated by fans because you're annoying, but you're not hated by the league.
Yeah.
in any means.
Break down quickly every game Sunday.
Yeah, I do a little bit. But we got to go to Friday. Kansas City
Friday.
and the Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers pull off the upset and beat the Chiefs in Los Angeles. Xavier Worthy got hurt first couple of plays because Travis Kelce got upset that his fiance said that
She was excited about
Yeah.
him getting drafted. That is like the funniest rumor that he, like has come out for this week because like all I saw was like we got Xavier Worthy, and then immediately goes to the play like Travis literally went like this to him to like if you wanted to you could really dive into believing that was actually intentional.
But I mean, it was clearly a pick play, and one of them just ran the route a little bit bad.
Yeah.
because it was either Travis was too low on it or Worthy was too high on his.
But he
Someone ran-
socked him.
Yeah.
Like, it was a big hit. That is
I think he's dislocated shoulder, so he's probably be out in a couple weeks. So they're already down one wide receiver, Rashee Rice, and now they're down another.
yeah. Now they got Hollywood and Juju.
Yeah, thankfully I have Hollywood Brown in my dynasty league. Another
Yeah.
one I wish maybe I had in a redraft. But
That's a good come up.
Yeah, I mean, I think we both said we expected the Chiefs to do well this year, but lower things for them. So I don't
Yeah.
think it's necessarily surprising that they lost. I think they'll bounce back because another good point. I mean, they've been to 3 straight Super Bowls. It's got to get kind of tiring when you're playing an extra like 4 games a season
Yeah.
over and over again.
We didn't really take the Madison Beer effect into Jay Herbo because he absolutely slinged it and he
Yeah.
just looked disgusted. Like he was on fire. I have a big question mark now and I just keep bringing up fantasy. Do I start Joe Burrow or Justin Herbert now?
I forget who they're playing this week. That's kind of
It's like, dude, like, I mean,
Cincinnati gets Jacksonville. Oh, Cincinnati gets Jacksonville. It's kind of hard not to start them though.
I know.
The Chargers have Las Vegas, so that's such a.
I had another fantasy take, but I'm not gonna keep just going.
But I think if I thought about it before, I might have also just thought maybe went the other way. Like he's some guys, abstain from intercourse and jacking off before big events, I would have thought maybe he's been getting too much of the juice out, and maybe that was going to affect him negatively.
Yeah,
but clearly it went the opposite. So maybe that's,
And I think he just brought more swag.
maybe
into
it's
him.
sports science just debuffed all those fighters.
Yeah,
some
Kelsey didn't
steam.
have a bad game either. After I was kind of worried about him, like how's he going to play after getting married now?
Yeah, but I mean,
or engaged.
I don't know if Taylor's slinging it like Madison Beer.
No, that's true. It's a little
I
bit
think so.
less of effect. Holly's not even going to keep this in there because we're shitting on Taylor, but
No, I mean Taylor's a wonderful woman. I'm sure a wonderful lady, but I think she's a
she's no Madison Beer.
yeah. I just mean I think Madison Beer's she's younger, she's got more energy.
Jesus Christ. She's working him a little more.
Yeah, exactly.
So good job, Justin Herbert and the Chargers. Congratulations on breaking the streak of losing to the Chiefs constantly. It was a great game.
Yeah, I mean honestly, Chargers fans are probably the worst on Twitter because Herbert's the if man, where like they're just like, oh, like if Herbert had the Eagles, he'd have 4 Super Bowls. It's like I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean this does hurt that like we're like, how can you put Herbert over Jalen Hurts? Like the dude hasn't done anything. I feel like this could be a big year for Justin Herbert, and
Which I think is a great quarterback. It's just it was like you lost to like Trevor Lawrence and C.J. Stroud in the playoffs. Like those are the two. It's not like you lost to like Burrow and Mahomes and Allen.
yeah, you didn't even make it to the point of contesting against the big dogs.
Yeah, but yeah. Chargers looked good. I mean, the running game from Hampton wasn't fully there, but he's still rookie. Yeah, good game by them. I think the Chiefs will bounce back though.
Yeah,
I don't. Do you want to hit on all the games on Sunday, or just, like there's some like Arizona and New Orleans? Don't care about it.
yeah, we don't have to. I mean, well, like
We already did Miami Indy.
Yeah, we covered our pick game. Big game. One game I do want to cover: Aaron Rodgers versus Justin Fields.
What a light show! I mean,
I was gonna say
over under 38.5, lowest by far of the weekend, and they both almost got it.
Yeah, I mean, absolute shootout, just going back and forth. Like Aaron Rodgers looked like two quarterbacks that, if they put up complete duds, no one really would have been surprised because Rodgers hasn't done anything remotely good. I mean, he did okay last year, but like not to this extent. And Justin Fields hasn't had a successful really career in general. Yep. So watching both them go lights out was just incredible. Like it was Aaron Rodgers successfully using DK. Like DK looked good.
They both stuck it to their former teams, which I thought I forgot to mention that last week. I mean, it's just kind of a cool narrative. And like both, the teams like played well, but both quarterbacks themselves played well.
Yeah.
And kind of looking at Aaron Rodgers as possible on my fantasy team because I mean, one, I wanted Justin Fields, didn't get him.
I lost the fantasy matchup to Justin Fields.
Quarterbacks I had to take or ended up with did not have good week ones. I expect better things in week 2, but I'm kind of looking like, do I take the old buck?
Dude, I lost 2 matchups in fantasy. One of them was I had Joe Burrow, he had Justin Fields. I had Dak Prescott, he had Justin Fields, and Dak Prescott I think scored a quarter of what Justin Fields scored, and then my other one was like Joe Burrow lost to Kyler Murray, and it was like the same thing. Like Joe put up 6, Kyler put up like 24.
Yeah. My one team, I had Dak, AJ Brown, and Eagles defense. So I started off Thursday pissed.
Yeah.
Well, we won the game. I was like, I care more about the Eagles in my fantasy, but I'm now upset.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, a great game. One of my picks was Steelers -3, and they won by 2. Which
yeah, that's what when I was going back through because I knew we talked about this. Like I knew I was like 0-3, and I was like, damn, I kind of hope Ty's doing the same thing. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I picked the Steelers, but like I forget what the line was.
Yeah, I was watching it, and like the Jets went for 2 to tie the game up, and I literally was texting my bros about it because we do our like bets and picks together too. My bros like, yo, like. Steelers just went up, and then Jets came back and immediately scored a touchdown. I'm like, I need them to get this 2-point conversion so the Steelers can get the ball, and like at least I'll push with a field goal, or they'll go for the touchdown, and then like they miss it, they're up 2. I'm like, they're just gonna run. Or I know Boswell hit the walk-off field goal. That's what it was, and I think the going for 2 would have put them up a field goal to tie it up. So I was like, this way they'll go for a touchdown, win by 4. Or a field goal will at least tie it up, and they'll go OT and could possibly score a touchdown. And then they missed a 2-point conversion. I'm like, fuck, this is a walk-off field goal, and I'm not going to fucking win this bet. And then Boswell just nails it, and they win by 2. And I'm like, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I think Mike Tomlin called his kicker a serial killer.
Yeah.
So he's a serial killer, no emotion, no change.
Boswell is a beast, dude. I was going to say, it was an amazing kick. He hit a 60-yarder in that game, too. Right?
Especially, it was his career long. Especially, like, he's been a great kicker for him for a while. And Pittsburgh, Heinz Field is not a easy place to kick. I'm pretty sure like the wind there, they said it's is almost always terrible.
Mm-hmm.
For like kicking wise, like but yeah, I mean, good game.
Uh,
Might be wrong on the Pittsburgh take that they're gonna not make the playoffs. And
yeah, was I not correct on being high on Pittsburgh? I had them over. I had Pittsburgh over the Bengals in the NFC North.
yeah, it was the Jets,
AFC
and
North.
still a lot of time left, but I think I might have been a little wrong
Yeah,
on Aaron Rodgers. New York, Washington. Russell Wilson stinks.
yeah. I mean, I don't think Washington played that great. Terry
No.
definitely looked a little off from not practicing at all in this regular season or preseason. So I'm hoping that bounces back because I took him on a lot of teams. Like he was getting drafted late, so I was like, "This is a steal as my number 2 wide receiver," and was not a steal week 1. Like he put up like 5 points, I think. I just had looking at my roster in my leagues. I was like, dude, how the hell I didn't break 100 on 2 teams? And I'm like, dude, this roster is loaded, and not one guy got like. I think Henry was my only scorer in one league, and there's like my whole entire team didn't do shit.
Yeah, I think my league that I had like Dak and AJ Brown. I think that team scored like 80 points.
Yeah, I think
it was terrible.
I had like a 70-pointer and like an 80 and a 93. It was rough.
But it's just the Giants. I mean,
Giants are gonna be bad.
yeah,
We're real bad.
I don't think Washington's gonna win this week, but they, like you said, they didn't look great, but they didn't look.
They got Green Bay this week, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a tough matchup. They're not gonna win that.
in Green Bay too. We already mentioned Carolina, Jacksonville. Both teams bad. Cincinnati, Cleveland. Way closer game than I expected.
Yeah, the divisional matchup is a big factor. Honestly, I thought Cleveland was gonna win it. Watching
Well, they
the game.
should have if Flacco didn't have 2 picks that were not his fault.
Yeah,
Like,
they bobbled balls that they
Yeah,
ended
just
up catching.
tip balls.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. I'm looking another fuck up I had starting Jerome Ford.
Oh, yep. That was a terrible pick.
Really fucking screwed me, dude. I pulled out. This is the one I was gonna say, but I have to say it because it was so bad. I took ETN and Breece Hall off my starting lineup to put in Jerome Ford and David Montgomery, and they both got destroyed. Like at one point watching Sunday, it was like the 2 leading rushers. And it was ETN and Breece Hall. And I was like, how dumb can I fucking
That
be?
sucks. Yeah,
that was
that's a rough
so
one.
frustrating, dude. And looking at Jerome Ford with 1.5 points was devastating.
But yeah, I also in I guess recent news, Cleveland did sign Quinshon Judkins. I think he met with the NFL today. I don't know if people are saying he could start this week, but I don't know if the NFL they could hand down a suspension anytime, or they might just be like, "You're fine." I don't know. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, Dylan Sampson seems like their running back.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a smart move drafting him if you took him like with like your last pick in the NFL in the fantasy draft.
I tried to, and someone took him up before I could get him. I was a little upset.
Yeah. So that's a big steal because it 100% looks like he's a starter going forward.
Tampa Bay, Atlanta almost went to overtime, but Tampa Bay held it out. Mecca Ibuka, that was the star of the show, rookie wide receiver with 2 touchdowns in his first week.
My dynasty team's disgusting now.
Yeah.
that was probably one of the biggest steals of the entire dynasty draft last year, and he's an absolute baller.
Our redraft league, it's like my quarterback got like 10, both my running backs got like 10 or less, and then wide receiver like 18, 19, 30, 18. It's like, cool, I have 4 wide receivers that go off. I just need someone else to step up.
Yeah, Josh Allen, absolute dog week 1. But yeah, Ibuka was a huge grab, and like I didn't even know much about the kid that like I didn't know because like you joined Tampa Bay, obviously there's Mike Evans there, Godwin's gonna be coming back, but like I didn't know he would make that big of a presence that quickly. The dude just went off 2 touchdowns.
Apparently the second touchdown he just went to Baker and said, "Hey, I'm gonna run this route. I'm gonna be open."
Yeah,
and then he's like, "All right, there you go." Called his shot and fucking scored.
Yeah.
Sorry for cussing. It's a lot of cussing this episode.
Yeah, week 1 we're pumped about it.
Yeah, exactly. Or pumped or upset. One or the other.
I'm partially upset. I think the other big game we have to cover obviously is Buffalo, Baltimore, Sunday night.
Yeah, we'll do that now.
What, do you have another midday?
San Francisco, Seattle. San Francisco already has like 3 new injuries.
Yeah, that
the Kittle's out he's on the IR. He's out for 4 to 6 weeks.
I wasn't really keen on I didn't know about all that, and I don't know if you heard me go like, oh fuck, because I submitted my picks on my bet and it immediately cashed out. I was like, Niners -3 to Seattle, like what a fucking steal. Or no, it was like -3 against the Saints, which they still might even cover that.
I didn't. I almost picked that, didn't, but
I literally made the pick, and I saw like you sent me the report, and I went, Kittle out, Brock Purdy paused out. What you motherfucker? And like immediately went back and had to replace it.
Yeah, Brock, I haven't heard as much news about, so I think he might be okay. But John Jennings also might be back. but just that's tough.
Yeah, no Kittle. That's brutal.
Yeah, I mean, he scored a touchdown, so if you had him in fantasy, you got away with one. But
Yeah.
and I think like it happened, and then like within like minutes, he was like on the sidelines and like street clothes. Like that was fast.
Yeah, that's
Like he said
they
hamstring.
quickly
I
determined.
expect him to be back in, and then there was nope. We already kind of talked about Detroit, Green Bay. Denver was a little disappointing.
Yeah, they didn't look as good as I thought they were going to. Still got the win though, right?
Yeah, but that was an annoying one because like I had them 7.5, and then we moved. We were gonna do it Tuesday. Did the pod Wednesday. Line moved to 8.5. They won by 8. So my pick would have won.
That sucks.
But we do it live here, so
Yeah. Try to get as accurate as possible for when you're watching.
yeah. All right, now we got the Buffalo.
Baltimore. What a absolute shootout. Like they said on the broadcast multiple times, like, are you enjoying this as much as I am? Like we're looking at the reason these two are the MVP favorites every single year is like, yeah, this was an absolute shootout of these two quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Like it was incredible. Derrick Henry obviously looked amazing,
Other than the fumble.
other than the fumble, which I think gave Buffalo the life that they needed to come back
definitely.
in that game.
And I think it's also like you can't be like, we lost the game because Derrick Henry. It's like, well, you also wouldn't have been in the game without him
Yeah, and you also had opportunities to get
to stop him when you're up 15.
to stop them and to run the clock, and you got
Yeah.
one first down and went 3 and out, and then they got the ball back to
Or
kick
even
the
like
field
I
goal.
think the big decision not going forward on 4th and 2.
Yeah,
So you want to give the ball back to Josh Allen, who's been going off
who's
already.
on fire right
Yeah.
now. Yeah, I think they scored like 25 points or 24 points in the last like 4 minutes of the game. So
Yeah, what Josh Allen threw for 250 yards, I think, in the fourth quarter, which
Yeah.
is like the second or third most ever.
which I think there was a question mark on who was the Buffalo's guy. Looks like Keon Coleman might be the number one,
Yeah.
like surefire. That dude was an absolute. He was eating the entire game.
James Cook had a pretty decent day.
Yeah, I think the clear Josh Allen was just an absolute beast.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
he's
Lamar
disgusting.
had a good day too, and
Absolutely.
he just had one of those like just only it's like only Lamar has these plays where he's like there's like 3 or 4 guys in the backfield trying to hunt him down. He's like 15 yards behind line of scrimmage, gets out of that and runs for like 30 yards. I'm like,
Well,
what is this? Like, what's going on?
He like back steps at such a crazy speed that like 3 guys were all coming into one point, and he was like running backwards faster than they were running forward at him, and then like they all like thought they had him like dead to rights, like they all could start their tackle, and he moved back so fast that they all started stumbling on themselves, and then he just wheeled it out and then ran for like 15. But like from how far back, it probably ran for like 30-something
It's
yards.
one of the coolest plays you can do, but it's just like it's one of the things where it's like I love seeing it when my team's not playing them,
Yeah,
but when the Eagles are
no,
playing
there's
them,
nothing more frustrating.
like that's like when I'm gonna throw a beer bottle at
Yeah.
the TV and be like, "This is
Yeah,
get it off my
that's a
screen.
sack right there that he just got a 20-yard gain from. Like I said, the kick was it Tyler Bass?
Yeah, Tyler Bass wasn't making it, and they got Matt Prater,
Yeah,
little old head.
yeah, he came in and kicked incredible walk-off field goal to win the game
Yeah.
in Buffalo, season opener against Baltimore, who's like you're pretty much like the 3 rivalries in the AFC. Looking at it right now, would be Baltimore, Bills, and Chiefs, but it said he's got. I think the Chargers might be knocking up there now too.
And this could very well determine home field advantage at the end of the season. That's
Yeah.
why, it's only week 1, but it is kind of an important game when you can for sure get a win and put that other team that you're going to be going up against down a
Yeah.
win. Takes us into week 2.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday night, Washington at Green Bay. Green Bay is let me just make sure these.
Spread hasn't changed.
Yeah, well that night. The spread and the notes I get from ESPN. I don't like their app, so I'm not going to use their lines. It's just easier when I can put it in the notes. -3 Green Bay is over under 48.5, and we will be doing a parlay. Parlay lost last week. It was kind of a like I said, Pickens. I think there was one ball where he could have got a touchdown and got like yanked, pass interfered.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the Temps won, bad call by me, but. It was a weird game where just Javonte Williams did a lot more than I expected as well.
Well, again, Jalen Carter going out made their run game much more of a possibility for them.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
We
Yeah,
could have
true.
predicted. Jalen Hurts did crush his rushing yards by my pick.
Which that might be. I think we might have to run that back this week.
Jaden Daniels
Yeah.
rushing yards. I don't hate it.
Looks like his rushing yards over under. It's at 47.5. -110.
Okay. Like I said,
seems kind of like a lot. I would be fine doing minus just
I
40.
know why I like it is because I think Eckler's banged up right now, so I think they don't have him.
Well, I think Eckler might be.
He's
Easily,
still
yeah.
questionable, and as an old head, I don't think you're gonna rely on him too much. I could see doing a lot of play action or run.
I could
option.
definitely see them having to do a lot. Him having to do a lot of scrambling too with Parsons and stuff.
No, I like doing Jaden Daniels rushing yards. I kind of wanted to do Terry receiving yards this game, having a full week in the system.
A little scared of that, but
I know.
I'm open to it. I'm not gonna.
I'm either
not
doing
gonna turn
that
you
or I
down.
want Josh Jacobs rushing yards.
All right,
Jacobs
Okay.
rushing yards 80.
it's fine with me. No, it's 77.5.
77. I'm looking at something else. Let's do 77.5. I like that.
Then do we pick a TD score as the last one?
Shit, part of me wants to save Jacobs then to do a touchdown scorer.
We could do rushing and receiving for Deebo Samuel.
Rushing receiving for Debo. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. It's at 70 right now.
At 64.5.
What I'm only looking
You're looking at like the alt
the
lines.
scale. Yeah. How do you?
Scroll down. It's
Wait. Okay, I got
This
you.
is what I couldn't see last week.
64 and a half.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do 64 and a half rushing receiving for Debo. Rushing over under Josh Jacobs 77 and a half. Take that over, and then also Jaden Daniels 46 and a half.
Yeah. Oh, so we're doing all the. We're not doing a.
Oh
touchdown
wait, no.
We could just add that in and do 4 legs.
You want to do 4?
Yeah. Fuck it.
Okay,
I,
watch
just,
your
I
language.
got it. Yeah, I know. I just realized.
Language.
I'm just
And
excited.
then who are we doing rushing or touchdown? Jacobs?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right.
I almost clicked first time, and I was
Dude,
like,
even with this, 4
Plus
legs,
700.
it's only 700.
that's kind of crazy.
Who do we tilt somebody a little bit higher? I wouldn't mind Jacobs rushing for more.
Okay. So you want to do like 90? Oh, wait. No. What was he?
Jacobs
Oh, never mind. I was looking at rushing receiving. My bad.
at 90 would be a good bit. Plus 149, that would boost us up a good amount.
I'm down.
That boosts up to 950. Okay, I'll take that.
All right. So we running it.
Yep, hold on. Yeah, sign
The
up.
only thing I see for a promo right now is no sweat. So I might. Nah, I'm just going to put it in anyway. Let me know when you're ready. We'll recap it.
Damn, we're not gonna be able to watch this game because we're at the movies.
Yep, that's fine. That's some of the best bets to make.
Yeah.
You either come out of the movie happy or sad.
We're not even gonna be looking at our phone. It's gonna come out and be like, all right, looks like we're on good pace, but
I might actually end up putting like notifications on for like the game.
all right.
So recapping our Thursday night football parlay for Washington Commanders at Green Bay Packers. Started off with Jaden Daniels over 46.5 rushing yards and Deebo Samuel over 64.5 rushing plus receiving yards.
And then we got Josh Jacobs over 90 rushing yards and Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown. That the 4 legs combined to be a plus 950 odds. And so $10 gets you a $105 profit. So
That's exactly what I put in.
me too.
Nice.
Cash in. I know last week we went 1-3 with our picks, but that was a fluke scenario with Jalen Carter going out and the Dallas offense completely changing to a run offense.
Yeah.
So
So you know what happens when you lose a leg or a 3-leg parlay? You make a 4.
yeah, and it always hits.
It's guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's just math.
All right, moving on to
Week 2.
besides Thursday.
Oh yeah, it is. Which I think. I think we both said Green Bay's probably gonna win this. I think
Yeah.
they'll cover the 3, although it might be close.
Yeah.
I could see it ending with them winning by 3.
Nah, I think Green Bay's got them more handily than that.
No, I do. Like I said, I would definitely pick -3, but I wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Over under. Kind of like the under. I mean, Green Bay's defense looked pretty good against Detroit.
They did look really good against Detroit. I don't know if I'd be leaning under though. I know it's high scoring, but I think as much as Green Bay's defense looked good, their offense put up a fair amount of points.
Yeah.
And I think Commanders I think they're gonna get more comfortable with Terry to the point they're gonna be able to get an offense going a little bit better. All right. Starting off Sunday, first game I got is another NFC East matchup, which is Giants at Cowboys. Cowboys are favored at 5.5, and the total is 44.5.
Yeah, I mean the Cowboys looked okay on Thursday. I mean, I don't think they looked bad. They definitely had a chance to beat us a few times.
Yeah, they did.
So I mean, I think I'm going to lead Cowboys here because I think the Giants are just bad.
I think I am fully leaning Cowboys, and I'm taking Cowboys minus 5.5 against the Giants, just
All right.
because. Yeah, I think the Giants are just a really overall bad team, and Dallas gave us a good run. And I think Cowboys are gonna, and I think Dak Prescott is due for a better game, even though he didn't do terrible, but he didn't have any passing touchdowns. I think they're gonna like dissect the Giants.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the over hits too, because I think the Cowboys are probably going to score a lot of points.
Yeah.
On this Giants defense. The Giants defensive line is obviously really good, and I think they played decently well on Sunday, but at the same time, I think the secondary kind of is way weaker. And I think Dak's going to be able to find Pickens and Lamb a lot.
Mm-hmm. I hope so. I got both of them. All three of them, actually. Dak, Pickens, and CD.
Next up, I got Buffalo minus 6.5 in New York playing the Jets. Over under 46.5.
So I didn't want to touch this game.
I actually got to go find my picks. I kind of forget.
Just because I know Buffalo's incredible, and I think Buffalo showed that they're incredible with beating Baltimore like that. But the Jets did really well against a strong Steelers defense. So I think the Jets could be feisty.
Yeah, like I said,
And 6.5 is a lot of points.
it's another divisional game.
Yeah.
So I don't hate that either. I am going to take the over 46.5 though, because we saw both teams score well in week 1 against decent defenses. Granted, that would be the very typical thing for. I mean, it's a divisional matchup, so maybe they just
Divisional go under, yeah.
it's just to screw me over. But like I said, just going gut feeling that both offenses look good week 1.
Two of the
Oh.
few overs, like the two
Yeah.
of the probably 3 games that hit the over were these two teams played in. So
Yeah, so they're guaranteed to hit it this time.
yeah, it's a 100% bet. Put your house on it.
I mean, currently they're the two best. Maybe we're going back in the stats. Maybe not a good thing, but currently they have the best odds of hitting the over this season. Both teams.
Really?
Well, because they only have one game.
I thought you went more stats than that, but yeah, okay.
Just week 1. I said this season.
This season, looking forward, they have the best chance in the over. All right, I like it. Okay, I would agree the over, I think, would be leaning towards. If I had to pick one, I probably still would take the Bills, but 6.5 is a little more than I like for how good the Jets' offense looked last week.
Yeah, fair.
Next, I got another divisional matchup: Cleveland Browns at Baltimore Ravens. This is the highest spread of the week, with the Ravens being favored 11.5. Total is 45.5. You touching it? You touching it?
No, I'm not touching it.
I'm not touching it either.
This is it's another it's at 11.5 is a lot of points.
For a division matchup.
It's just for an NFL team.
Yeah.
Like I mean, the Browns aren't good, but I don't think they're this bad. Like they barely lost to the Bengals.
Yeah, but they also barely scored on a bad Bengals defense.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, 2 of the picks were fluky. They probably likely could have moved the ball better if that didn't happen.
But the Ravens defense is significantly better than the Bengals. I think this is going to be a rough scoring week for the Browns, so I think it could get out of hand pretty quickly. But I'm starting to convince myself to lean more towards Baltimore covering 11.5.
It's fair. I mean, I lean definitely more towards Cleveland, but that's mainly just the divisional game, and
Yeah.
I also wouldn't be surprised if Baltimore wins by like 24.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I keep reminding myself like they did just like it was a close game against the Bengals, which is a testament to the Browns defense. But you got to put up points against the Bengals defense. I don't know.
Like the under though.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. Is like Ravens did put up a lot of points against the Bills. I don't think they're gonna need to put up a lot. Of points.
That's another point. I think they could just give it to Derrick Henry and have him run the ball out.
Yeah, I don't hate that. So I'm leaning Ravens and the under. I think Ryan's leaning Browns and under.
Yeah. Next up, I got the L.A. Rams going to Tennessee to play the Titans. Rams are minus 5.5. Over under of 41.5. We didn't really touch on the game where the Rams played the Texans, but Puka Nacua did leave the game to get for concussion protocol because he was bleeding from his eye, or looked like he was bleeding from his eye. I think someone just kind of poked him.
Yeah, he came out because he was bleeding from the eye, got like taped up, and then got brought back out, like went back in the game, and then got pulled to come back out again during the game because I don't know if the patch wasn't doing the job enough, or they're like, hey, we got to call up like. We can't just send you out there with a bleeding skull.
Yeah,
like,
I think there's some sort of rule where like if you're bleeding from your head at all, they have to check you for concussion.
Yeah, which they probably taped him up and covered it up without doing the protocol.
Yeah, that was probably what it was, and then someone kind of spied like, hey, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Because like, if they just knew that it was a finger, they might be like, oh, well, like if it's just a finger they got you, we don't really need to worry about this.
But Puka still did pretty good week 1.
Yeah.
Which I didn't think he would be having a good season, but yeah. I mean, not to keep touching on that game, but Nico Collins not getting anything really pissed me off.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the guys I could possibly drop on my bench, and one of them, Jaden Higgins, and it was like, well, he did lead the team in receiving yards, so
Yeah.
maybe not a good thing to drop him. It's just he had 26, but it was still like the highest.
Nico had like one catch. It was devastating. But this game, I don't have a bet on.
But I Cam Ward looked decent in the first game. I mean, his stat line didn't show it, but he played pretty well. There's a couple drops that weren't his fault. One catch was made that was called an incomplete pass.
I think I'm leaning Rams here though, even though Cam Ward didn't look bad. I just think Rams offense, like I said, you have a new receiver in Devontae Adams. I think they just are gonna, like, if Stafford stays healthy, I think they're gonna steadily get better throughout the season. So I see
really
them do better this week.
Some of my only fears going into the season for the Rams were Stafford's health, but he seemed fine.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm not. I think they're a really good team, and I think they're going to cover this fine.
41.5.
I mean, Texans have a terrible offensive line, but they did hold them to like nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to go under just because I don't think they're going to be able to. I don't think the Titans are going to be able to score much. I think their defense played decently well against Denver.
Yeah. I guess I'd lean under as well. All right. Next game I got is Seattle at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is another 3-point favorite, and the total is 40.5.
Just got to double check my picks.
I obviously am terrified to take Steelers -3 again because they screwed me last time, so I'm not gonna. I'd maybe say Seattle, even though I didn't think Seattle looked that great either. I honestly was just furious at Seattle with the fact that Kenneth Walker just did not get the ball.
Yeah, well, they just clearly like Charbonnet, and they're like, no, we're just gonna get him involved, especially around the goal line.
Yeah, very frustrating stuff. But what do you think? -3?
Yeah, I mean Pittsburgh looked really good,
They did look really good.
and I mean granted they got scored on a lot, but Seattle didn't look bad. I mean Jackson Smith and Jake got like half the target share.
Yeah.
It's absurd. Darnold clearly favors them a lot. I think they might be better than I thought, but I don't think they're going to cover this, especially in Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh makes it different too. All right. Over under 40.5.
I'll go over. I mean, Pittsburgh almost got this last week themselves.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
Next up, I got Jacksonville Jaguars in Cincinnati to play the Bengals. Bengals are -3.5, over under of 48.5. This is going to be one of my picks. Bengals -3.5.
I was just gonna say, is this a get right game
I
by
think
the Bengals?
I think it's get right.
All right, I hope so.
They're going to get the boys involved, get everything fixed.
Get Joe Burrow involved, get Chase involved.
Yeah, I mean, still don't think the defense is that good, but that Jacksonville offense did not look that good against a terrible Carolina defense.
Yeah. I don't hate it. I think that's a good pick with the Bengals. I was just afraid with how long does it take to get right, because obviously they got the win, but it was just a very ugly one.
They've statistically started, I think, bad in September, but at the same time, it's usually been because Burrow's come out of like the offseason with no just rehabbing an injury.
Yeah.
And this is one of the first ones, so I think they'll get right faster this year than they maybe have in the recent past. So yeah, give me the -3.5. I don't hate the over either. I still don't think the Bengals defense is that good, and I think Jacksonville's good enough to take advantage of it.
It's a high over.
Yeah.
48.5.
I mean, I'm not taking it. I'm just...
You like it.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't argue with it, really. This is the game that I screwed up and had to rechange my pick, but San Francisco at New Orleans. San Francisco is favored at 3 points, and the total is 40.5. The injuries to San Francisco made me rethink my pick. I did take it off and switch it to the Cowboys, which I still am more confident about. But that being said, even with the injuries, no Kittle, possibly no Juwan Jennings, I think Brock Purdy will play. But
that's if Brock Purdy plays. Even if he doesn't, they have Mac Jones stinks. But at the same time, I think Kyle Shanahan's good enough where I'd still trust him.
And I think Rattler is just not good.
No, I mean, Arizona doesn't have a great team, and I mean, I expected Arizona to bully the Saints, and they didn't. But I think that said more for Arizona than it did New Orleans.
Yeah. So I think San Francisco will still cover this, and I don't love the over.
No.
40. I know it's a low 40.5, but I think the under still hits on that.
I just especially if Purdy does miss, but I think the Niners can still get a win, but expect both offenses to kind of slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, divisional matchup, NFC North, Chicago Bears going to Detroit, play the Lions. Lions -6, over under 46.5. Caleb Williams did not look good on Monday. Looked great in the first drive.
I was just going to say I didn't get to watch this game, really, because I was bowling, so I do want to know.
He looked really good in the first, like almost just like kind of like that, like what they call like the script plays. Like, you script out the first 15 plays. Looked great in that first drive.
And then when it comes to making adjustments,
making quick reads. Well, I think once he had to like go beyond like, hey, on the second play, like look here for this guy. If he's not open, go there. I think he kind of struggled to like make reads in the
Okay.
defense later on when it wasn't really kind of made for him. And made some bad throws. Some of them weren't. There was one deep ball looked like DJ Moore, where it looked like he kind of overthrew him or whatever. But I think DJ Moore kind of just started to run the wrong route. Looked like he was supposed to go to like the corner, go to the pylon, and he just kind of started to curve it more inside. It's like you were
Okay.
going that way, he threw it, and then you started to curl around. Like it's not really his fault.
Yeah.
But
But -6. I think Lions cover.
yeah, well, I think Lions might also be just pissed.
Yeah. Yeah. They got pretty embarrassed by Green Bay, and they're getting like the worst team in your division. Like this is
Yeah.
where you kind of let loose. I can see Lions covering 6 here. And the total 46.5. I think Lions put up a lot of points.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
Okay. Yeah,
We saw the
go
Lions in a
over.
lot of shootout games last year. I think their defense has improved.
Yeah, they were like the
But-
number 1 over team last year,
Yeah.
right? All right. Next, I do have a pick in this game. Patriots at Miami. Miami is 1.5-point favorites this time. Total is 43.5. Now, I am not silly enough to take the Dolphins, but I will be taking. I believe I took the under on this game.
I don't hate it because I
Under 43.5 this game. Yes.
New England was one of the it was New England Las Vegas last week took the over because both teams did hit the overs a lot last year, and then this week it seemed like both offenses just couldn't do as much as I thought.
Yeah. Diggs didn't have exactly the big presence that I thought he was going to.
No, he just might be old.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, I think that is the factor of it. So yeah, and Dolphins' offense was like should have been their strong point, and Tua just could not get anything going whatsoever. I'm afraid that this is going to be their get right game, but I just think that team might be in shambles.
Go against Tyreek Hill in the league, so I really hope it's not.
Yeah,
Unless I mean, if you get right with Jalen Waddle, that's fine. Just
or
not-
Devon A. Chain, I'd be happy with
That's
too.
yeah. I just don't do Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. So 43.5, I think, isn't too low. That two struggling offenses, I think I'm comfortable with that
Yeah,
under.
no, that's fine.
And then -1.5, you think Dolphins win this?
No, I almost picked the Patriots as
Really?
my dog. I
Yeah,
didn't, but I
I
almost. did.
contemplated it too.
It's just like after we saw that from week one, it's like I really want to, but at the same time, there was nothing from the Patriots to really make me go, "Wow."
The Dolphins?
No, the Patriots like to. Like,
To convince you to take
Yeah.
the pick. I gotcha.
Next up, we got the Carolina Panthers going to Arizona to play the Cardinals. Cardinals -6.5, over under 43.5. I mean, if you told me this line before last week, I'd be like, "Oh, Panthers all day." Now, I don't know. But at the same time, like I said, I don't think the Cardinals looked as good as I thought they should against the Saints. So this is kind of a toss-up for me.
Yeah.
It's two teams that I don't love right now.
It's a big cover. It's a big spread for a matchup that I don't think either of them played particularly well.
Yeah,
Which
exactly.
might have me leaning Carolina just because I don't think
Yeah.
Arizona is at the level to beat a team by a full touchdown unless it's the worst team in the league. And I don't think the Panthers are the worst team.
No, it's the Giants.
Yeah. So, like I said, what did the Arizona beat the Saints by?
It was like 3 points, if that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't a full touchdown, was it?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
So I think Panthers are definitely better than the Saints.
It was. Where is it? Did I skip it? I can't find it.
Oh, keep going up.
Oh, yeah, they beat them 20-13. But
20.
that's.
It's exactly 7.
Yeah.
I think Panthers are better than the Saints. I think they can keep it a little bit closer. I would be leaning Panthers 6.5 and probably the under of 43.5.
I mean, if the Panthers win this game, I'm going to retroactively take back my take back.
Of the Panthers this season. Yeah, you get one take back. Yeah. So do you agree? Panthers
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
or Panthers under?
Yeah, I like
Okay.
that.
All right. Next game, I got Denver in Indianapolis. Broncos are favored by 1.5, and the total is 42.5. Now this is a tough one because we were both very high on the Broncos and
Yeah.
they didn't look as good,
It's like, which one's more real?
and we both were very low on the Colts and they looked very good.
Yeah.
So
it's like,
what?
is this real or is this cake?
Yeah.
Which one is cake and which one was real?
Yeah, I think the Colts might be cake.
I think both first weeks might have been cake for both.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. So Broncos -1.5, comfortable.
Might be a good little new segment. Real or
Yeah.
cake?
Is
Which
this
team
real?
is real? Which team's cake?
Which week 1 matchup was? Which week 1 game was cake and which one was real? Yeah, I like the Broncos here. I think -1.5. I don't know if Daniel Jones can keep this up all year long.
The Broncos defense too, like
Yeah, I know.
Pat Surtain, he's
Yeah.
throwing 2 picks.
Yeah, I think so too. Now, if they just run the ball to Jonathan Taylor, I'm a little bit happier.
He
but
hurt his neck. He's gonna have a little bit of rough sledding.
yeah, it's so frustrating. But
Yeah, because you have Dorian.
yeah, at least I didn't take him in the survivor pool. That was a bless up.
Oh yeah. Screw you, Austin. How was was it really really fun week for you? He's like, I'll have a fun week taking a wide receiver. Well, that wide receiver scored.
Yeah,
And
which
your
you
running
did pick
back
the right
did.
wide receiver because I think there's two people that pick wide receivers. There's you and Moffitt took
Yes.
Jamar Chase. Chase didn't get
Someone
his.
else took Jamar Chase as well, so I was the only one.
So yeah, I like Broncos here -1.5, and honestly probably the under.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Broncos good defense. Colts defense played. They played good against Miami. I don't know how much of that was Miami's offense being terrible. And
Yeah, that's a good point. I really don't know because
But,
they really swallowed up
yeah.
Miami.
I still would probably lean under. I think it's more of like a 20-13, 20-15 game.
Yeah, I think so too. What should be the Sunday night game?
Yeah, Philadelphia Eagles going to Kansas City for a Super Bowl rematch. Our Eagles are favored by 1.5, over under 46.5.
I do have a pick.
Yeah, I stayed away from last year. Probably wasn't the best decision because if I just picked the Eagles to cover almost every week would have worked.
Yeah, I didn't obviously pick the Eagles because I have Dallas, but I do have the over in this
Yeah, that's
game.
what I figured. Yep, fair.
I mean, Eagles cover that over by himself in the Super Bowl. So,
Yeah, that's a good point.
and like I said, I think our defense got slightly worse. I think the Chiefs can put up a little more points this game, even though they don't have their wide receivers. But
Chargers just put a bunch of points up against this team, so I
True.
don't hate that at all.
yeah, so 46.5. I am taking the over. I would lean obviously Eagles -1.5 as well.
Yep. I think with it being an Arrowhead does make it a lot trickier.
Yeah,
But I mean, they're without their two best wide receivers. That would be my only fear for the over.
but I think they will still score.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying they won't.
So yeah, that's all I got on that one. I do have a pick in this next game too.
So do I.
The Sunday night game, Falcons at Minnesota. Minnesota's favored -3.5, and the total is 44.5.
Give me the under.
Give me the Falcons.
That's fine. I don't have. I think I might be on your side with that, but I just give me the under.
Yeah,
Minnesota didn't. What the? Maybe is this a bad? I'm gonna stick with it. Can't.
what were you gonna
can't change
say?
it now? Well, no, because I picked the under in Minnesota's last week, and I was like, they didn't score that well, but no, they did end up coming back and winning the game by scoring like 21 points in the fourth
Yeah.
quarter. But I don't think they do that again. So
There you go. I think the Falcons. If I had to pick which team I thought was better this season, Tampa Bay or Minnesota, I probably would have leaned Tampa Bay, and Falcons put up a hell of a fight against them.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I think the Falcons are in good shape to cover a field goal.
Yeah, I see the logic there.
So yeah, I took Falcons +3.5. Rise got the under of 44.5.
Which more is just like, I mean, it's neither one is a rookie, but it's both guys kind of in their first year starting.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that kind of where like Brian Flores is a really good defense coordinator for the Vikings. I think there's a chance he's able to trick Penix out there a little bit. And JJ McCarthy looks like he's still getting his wings under him. So that's kind of my feeling for the under.
Okay, I don't hate it. All right, move on to Monday night. We got two Monday night games.
Two Monday night games. The first one at 7 o'clock is Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Houston to play the Texans. Texans are -2.5, over under 42.5. And I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers +2.5 because I still think they're one of the best teams in the NFC.
Mm-hmm.
And the Texans did not look good yesterday.
They did not.
Or this week. Offensive line is trash.
That is a pretty interesting spread.
Yeah, I get it's in Houston, but they did not look good against the Rams.
No.
And, I mean, granted, the Buccaneers let the Falcons stay in it, but they still look pretty good on offense.
Yeah. They look really good on offense, honestly. So that is kind of
When you
that's a
mentioned
crazy
before,
spread.
you're like, I don't really like any dogs. I was like, I'd like one dog.
Yeah, no,
specifically.
that's a crazy dog. Honestly, I didn't even see that, but no, I like that pick a lot. Right, 2.5. I do like the Buccaneers, definitely covering that. Total 42.5.
I don't hate the overs, like you said. Texans didn't look good on offense this past week.
I
but
think
at the
Nico
same
gets
time-
involved this game,
Yeah, I think they're able to move the ball a little bit better.
and Bucks offense did look really good.
Yeah, give me some more Emeka Ibuka.
Yeah, me too. I like the over.
Chris
All right.
Berman with the perfect nickname, Emeka Peak Ibuka.
All right, and the final game of the week. Excuse me. Chargers at Las Vegas. Chargers are this favorite by 3 points, and the total is 46.5. I'm done my picks. Are you done your picks?
I'm done my picks.
Okay, so no picks this game, but
Would definitely leave Chargers.
would definitely lean the Chargers at 3-point favorites against the Raiders. Raiders did look good, but Chargers beat the defending AFC champs.
Yeah.
I would lean Chargers here. And as far as the total goes,
I don't hate the over.
I don't hate the over either. I'm saying like Vegas was able to put up points, and I think the Chargers can
Yeah.
definitely put up points against the Raiders defense.
We just had a big week of unders, but I feel like this week we're feeling more overs.
Yeah.
I feel like we've said over a lot today.
I know. I think we did too. Oh shit, that's not a bad sign, but yeah.
Well, you know, we have 1 week of a bunch of unders. It has to correct itself, and we got to get back.
Yeah,
to
you have a
50-50.
lot of star players that didn't score last week, so I think this is a get right game for a lot of teams.
Yeah, it's a get right week.
Get right week. Week
Week
2
one
always,
was cake.
Week 2 is cake. Week one was cake. Week 2 will be real. So yeah, I like the over and definitely like the Chargers on this one. All right, wrap a bow on it. That's week 2 matchups.
Get the picks for the wheel, and then we'll recap our week 2
yeah.
picks. Sorry if that was with the mic. I'm trying to get out of this chair and not squeeze the mic. It's still not working. Oh, it's stuck. There we go. All right. First pick for the wheel. Philly, Kansas City. So it's taking the Birds minus 1.5.
Love it. All right, wheel.
Next up, we got the dog. Ooh, it's taking Chicago against Detroit.
Plus 6. Right?
Where's that? Yep, plus 6. Over. What are you going to get? Oh, Jacksonville, Cincinnati.
Jacksonville, Cincinnati is
48.5.
Yep, 48.5.
Oh, Cowboy lost a cornerback. I'll get that break news up in a second. And it's unders New York at Dallas. So maybe it got the news just in time.
I mean, that would not.
Yep. As I said that, I was like, I got to finish the sentence, but that's
Poor
kind of
wheel
wrong.
didn't get the news in time.
Dallas Cowboys should be without cornerback Deron Bland for a couple of weeks because of a right foot injury suffered in Monday's practice, according to multiple sources by Todd Archer.
Don't love that for my Dallas minus 5.5, but
Yeah, you'll live.
yeah, I think they'll still cover.
All right, to recap our NFL Week 2 picks, my favorite is Cincinnati Bengals minus 3.5 against the Jaguars. I have Tampa Bay Buccaneers plus 2.5 against the Houston Texans. The over 46.5 in Buffalo Bills at New York Jets, and the under 44.5 in Atlanta Falcons at Minnesota Vikings.
All right, and my picks, I have my favorite is going to be the Dallas Cowboys minus 5.5 against the New York Giants. My dog is going to be the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday night against the Minnesota Vikings plus 3.5. My over is going to be the Chiefs Eagles of 46.5, and my under is going to be Patriots Dolphins of 43.5.
And the Wheels picks are Eagles minus 1.5 against the Chiefs, Bears plus 6 against the Lions, over 48.5 in Jags Bengals, and under 44.5 Giants Cowboys.
Let us know your opinions on our picks before the end of the week, just so we can see, like, obviously no one commented, but I'm afraid that people are going to start blowing up the comments on the last clip because obviously we went 0-8. But I feel better about this week.
Yeah, but also don't be afraid to put your own picks out there. You know, you can't hate on us if you're not putting your own picks out there.
That's right. Yeah. Listen, not everybody wins. So it's easy to hate when you didn't
Yeah,
publicly making a statement of your picks.
the house always wins.
That's right. What other news do we got, Rye?
MLB, there's a Phillies fan out there that I think we can all detest and disavow.
Yeah, it's the Karen of the Philadelphia Phillies.
She stole a ball away from a child on his birthday. Just a terrible scene.
Yeah, which the dad like didn't switch rows, just walked down his row. The Karen literally was like shaded away from the ball when it came in, and then got mad because the guy scooped the ball up off the ground.
Like the row in front of her because it rolled down.
Yeah, but he was standing in their row, wasn't he?
Well, he was in his row, but I think she was a row behind, and it like hit and rolled down.
Oh, yeah. So she's mad because I guess because the ball landed closest to her, she thought it was rightfully hers. The guy got the ball, walked back, put it in his son's glove, and the Karen comes over and starts yelling at him, and he's like, what do you like? What the hell do you want from me? He's like, it's in my son's glove, and she went over and took the ball out of the kid's glove and walked back with it. But
I think he just ended up. He's like, I'm done with this. I just gave it to her.
yeah, Phillies made it right. I think Bader hit the home run. He ended up like signing a bat and giving it to the kid. So kid walked out with more value than she did.
I've seen people like say like they're gonna give him World Series tickets, all this stuff. So this kid's making out. I think one of like the trading cards, whatever. One of those companies apparently wants to buy the ball and give it to the kid. I think they said they offered her $5,000.
See, at this point, I wouldn't offer that lady shit for the
Well,
ball.
no, I think that was because that's crazy. Because they offered her 5,000, but she had the right "I'm sorry" on the ball.
Oh, that's not bad. But like, I think nobody should try to buy this ball off this woman.
No, I mean, catching a home run ball is cool, but like if it's just a regular home run ball and even if I catch it, I'm probably gonna give it to a kid.
I disagree with that.
I mean,
if I catch the ball or I get the ball, I'm not giving it to a kid. But like,
if it just like rolls around, but like if it's not like a huge monument like home run, like if you catch like Schwarber's 50th home run, you might be able to sell that for some money or like get some things actually back because it's like a milestone thing. But otherwise, like the ball is kind of meaningless.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? Put it in your dresser drawer?
yeah, like trophy case it. Like, really, what are you gonna do?
You don't have what?
Yeah, I know. I agree with you to a point where like the ball, like you're not getting a shelf made up for a regular season home run ball.
Yeah, I literally have a ball that Trevor gave us earlier in the season. It's just sitting in my dresser drawer.
I don't even know. So I remember the one game I was at where our tickets were in right field, and Castellanos, like the outfielders, would throw a ball around probably before the season starts or before the inning starts, and like early in the game, Castellanos threw one and I caught it. And then, like, late in the game, he threw another one, and I caught that one, too. And I was like, oh, like, here you go, little buddy. Like, here, have a ball. And they're like, oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm like, I'm not walking out with 2 balls that Castellanos threw me. Like, what the hell am I going to do with this? Like, this definitely means more to the kid than I don't even know where that ball is anymore.
That's what I mean. Like, it's meaningless.
Yeah, but, I mean, you're talking about – I'm literally talking about a ball that Castellanos warmed up with.
Well, no, I mean,
if
I caught the home run, I'd probably keep it. But, like, at the same time, like, if I'm running around and there's a kid also trying to get it, I'm like, you can't just look at the kid in the face and be like, you're not getting this.
Yeah, absolutely. Partially.
But if it's the other team, I'm throwing it back.
No, but
I'm not giving it to a kid. I'm throwing that ball back.
You do make a good point with like a regular season home run ball. Like, truly, what are you doing with it? Because it doesn't have selling value. You're not going to really get anything for it.
Unless, like, you're going to get one of those little cases and put it in there. But yeah, I caught that ball when we lost 4-3 against the Braves.
Yeah, in the regulars, like week or like halfway through the regular season.
Yeah, and we lost from round 1 that year. So
Yeah.
there's no good meaningful memories for that at all.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Castellanos was left out of the lineup like 4 games in a row, which is funny. He just got upset, but it worked out because it definitely was our best lineup with Bader, Marsh, and Kepler out. Yeah, I think he came back and got like RBIs in both games.
So he was pissed.
Well, I mean, he came back. He came back hungry. You gotta take the.
Sometimes you gotta starve them.
You gotta put the dog in the cage sometimes.
Yeah, I like that.
We're getting close to the Brewers. I think we're 3 games behind now, so we're getting close to getting that 1 seed. I think we're like 8 games up on the Mets now.
Yeah,
another game playing tonight.
I was gonna say we won both games 1 and 2 of the Mets series currently, right?
And it took them like 16 innings to get a run.
Yeah,
so that was kind of cool too. It's like you guys
finally
remember when you guys beat up on us. Well,
right.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, that was cake.
Yeah.
that first,
when you guys are in New York, you cheat.
Yeah, that first series was cake. This is real.
Only thing I have on college football, I mean, week 1, so I guess there's 2 things. So, USF won week 1. They played a ranked team in Boise State, beat them pretty easy. And then they beat Florida this week. And there's a AP poll voter out there that moved Florida up 2 spots after losing, and then does not include USF in the rankings. And she was asked about it. She's like, "Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter. Like, just kind of making
that game was
like,
cake.
Like, it just no. Like, she's just like, well, the votes don't really matter. Like, what's it about? It's like, well, no, they do matter.
I like Florida, so I'm gonna keep voting for them.
They drive like media. They drive like viewership, and also like the college football playoff committee takes into account at the end of the season.
Yeah,
like it all is pretty meaningful, and everyone's just shitting. Well, right, kind of rightfully so. Like,
yeah,
you want like women in sports, which they belong there, but like you can't then have this like chick that's just like, I don't care. I'm a voter for this important thing that like 30 people are.
Yeah,
and I don't care about
it. You when you're questioned about a pick, you say, oh, it doesn't really make a difference. Like, all right, then don't give this woman a pick.
Yeah, exactly. You just shouldn't be the one to have it.
Right. No, I agree with that.
Like, I'm sure there's other women that are more deserving.
Oh, I'm sure there's much better women out there that would actually care about their picks.
That is. No, I got one more thing.
Yeah, sorry.
Penn State is switching, or I don't know if it's confirmed, but switching from Nike to Adidas, from Nike school to an Adidas school.
Okay. Are we getting a switch up at jerseys or just a little?
Yeah, no, it's it'd be everything. Jerseys. Well, jerseys wouldn't switch. It would just. I mean, they would,
logo.
They would look the same. It's just the jersey would switch from a Nike swoosh to Adidas.
Okay.
Hoping it makes their merch cheaper for me to buy.
Yeah.
But it's also like I saw like Nike. Like last year, we asked them if we could wear the gold swoosh on our jerseys for the playoff games that Ohio State was wearing, and they're like, no. It's like, that's not really fair.
Well, that's not fair.
Well, but like Apparently, we asked them if we could make like a signature shoe line with Zaquan or whatever. And they're like, nope, not doing that.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe more freedom.
Yeah. Well, it's
Okay.
also like they're donating their founders donating a bunch of money to a team we have in our conference. It's like maybe we shouldn't be supporting that.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I was a little upset at first because they've been a long time running Nike school, but then when I thought more about it, I was like, yeah, screw Phil Knight.
Yeah. This might be right. Might be a good move. All right. So that's our week 2 predictions, week 1 analysis, and hope you guys do good in your picks. Hope we do a lot better in ours.
Can't do worse.
Can't do worse. Can stagnate at 0 wins, but I think we're gonna have a get right. I think that week 1 was cake, and I think we're having a much better week 2, just like a lot of other teams. So, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, follow, tell a friend, tell a man in the street.
Yeah, just tell your mailman, maybe your milkman.
Yeah. If you
Yeah,
still got
your
milkman,
Yeah, you
congratulations.
got your wife pregnant. Those aren't your kids. Tell
Yeah,
them.
that was me. But so I'm the adopted milkman.
He
Kid.
says that because of the red hair.
Yeah. But thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next week.
See ya.